Greetings, philosophers. We are traversing through this timeless territory, and today we're heading right back to the dawn of Western thought, to a man who looked at the world and said, "I've got this figured out." We're talking Thales of Miletus, the first philosopher, the original big thinker. Let's strap in for a journey to ancient Ionia, because this guy's story is wilder than you might think. Picture this, it's 600 BC. The place is Miletus, a bustling Greek colony on the coast of what's now Turkey. Think vibrant markets, ships unloading spices from Egypt, philosophers arguing in the agora under olive trees. Miletus isn't some backwater. It's the Silicon Valley of the ancient world, a hub of trade, ideas, and innovation. Ships sail in from everywhere, bringing tales of Babylon's stargazers, Egypt's pyramid builders, and Persia's mighty kings. And right in the middle of this melting pot stands Thales, a man who's part merchant, part mystic, part genius engineer. Before our new friend Thales, people explained the world with stories, gods hurling thunderbolts, heroes wrestling monsters in the Iliad and the Odyssey. But Thales says, hold on. What if there's one simple thing behind it all? What if everything comes from water? Yeah, water. He reckoned the entire universe started as a vast swirling ocean, and everything, earth, air, fire, you name it, is just water in disguise, changing forms like a cosmic shapeshifter. Rocks, condensed water, plants, water growing hair, earthquakes, the flat earth floating on water, bobbing like a boat in a storm. It's bonkers when you first hear it, but think about it. Rivers carving canyons, oceans birthing life, rain feeding the world. Thales saw patterns where others saw chaos. And get this, he didn't pull it out of thin air. Thales was a traveller, a sponge for knowledge. He studied in Egypt, measuring the pyramid's height by sticking a stick in the sand and using shadows, pure geometry, no ladders needed. In Babylon, he picked up their math and astronomy, predicting eclipses like a wizard. Legend has it he forecasted a total solar eclipse in 585 BC, right down to the day, stopping a battle between the Lydians and Medes so they could sign a peace treaty under the darkened sky. Imagine the drama. Warriors drop their spears, kings tremble, and Thales strolls in like, "Told you so." Whether he really nailed it or just got lucky with Babylonian records, it cemented his reputation as the ultimate know-it-all. But Thales wasn't just a stargazer, he was practical, a doer. Herodotus tells us he diverted the Halys River to help the Lydian army cross during a war, digging canals like an ancient Fred Dibner with a shovel. He advised on olive harvests too, cornering the market by buying up all the presses 1 year when he predicted a bumper crop, made a fortune, then ditched it all to philosophize. Money's fine, he seemed to say, but truth is better. That's Thales for you, intellect over everything. Now, let's unpack that water theory properly, because it's the seed of everything we call science today. Thales asked the big question. What's the fundamental stuff that everything else is made of? Not Zeus did it, but what single substance explains it all? Water made sense in his watery world. It's everywhere. It transforms, ice to steam to liquid, and life springs from it. Aristotle, looking back centuries later, called Thales the first to seek natural causes, not divine whims. No more anthropomorphic gods mucking about, just matter doing its thing. From that one idea, philosophy explodes. Anaximander says it's the boundless apeiron. Anaximenes votes for air. Suddenly, we're debating reality, not sacrificing goats to mythical gods. Thales embodies this shift to logos, reason over myth. He kicks off the Milesian school, that Ionian think tank that births cosmology, math and democracy's intellectual roots. But he's no ivory tower egghead. He's hands-on. He says the earth floats on water like a log, explaining why islands pop up and quakes, rattle us. Primitive. Sure, but it's the first stab at a unified theory of everything 2,500 years before Einstein. Of course, we know precious little about the man himself. No writings survive. Philosophy was oral back then, passed like gossip in the marketplace. What we have comes from later Greeks: Aristotle, Herodotus, Diogenes, Laertius spinning yarns. Was Thales really the first? Some say he cribbed from Egyptians or Phoenicians, but credit where it's due. He packaged it for the Greeks, made it theirs. And his 7 sages status, he's one of the top 7 wisest men alongside Solon and Bias. His motto: know thyself, simple, profound, etched at Delphi. Thales lived it: observe, question, simplify. Let's linger on that eclipse for a second, because it's pure gold. May 28th, 585 BC. Lydians and Medes are slugging it out for years. Sun vanishes mid-battle. Panic, truce, marriage alliance. Thales, from miles away, calls it. How? Cycles of Saros, eclipse patterns the Babylonians tracked over centuries. He crunches the numbers, broadcasts the prediction. Boom! Science in action, bending history. It's like predicting a stock crash and shorting the market, but for kings. Thales touches everything: politics, business, engineering. He pooh-poohs democracy a bit, too mob rule for his taste, but his rationalism feeds it. He measures distances to ships at sea using triangles, invents levels for builders, spots constellations for sailors. Practical philosophy at its best. So, why should you care today, binge watching this on your phone? Because Thales is the original disruptor. In a world of fake news, he's the guy saying, look for the evidence. Find the one truth beneath the noise. His water idea? It's proto-physics. The Big Bang before bangs were cool. AI predicting the future. Thales was there first with his eclipse algo. Imagine chatting with him over ouzo in Miletus. Thales, mate, what's the meaning of life? He'd grin, splash some seawater and say, it's all connected. Start with the source. From that wet beginning, we get democracy, science, and rest of Western philosophy. He died around 546 BC, gazing at stars, they say. What a send-off. Thales teaches us: question everything, but start simple. One substance, one explanation. In our chaotic age, that's gold. Next time you're by the sea, dipping your toes, whisper thanks to Thales. He saw the unity first. That's it for today. If Thales sparked something in you, hit like, subscribe, share with a friend who's all myths and no method. Until next time, keep questioning the waters. Cheers.